Starliner is going to be the very first American-made orbital crew capsule to land on land. Any pressure?
Nope. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure with landing on land for the first time with a US-built capsule. A lot of others have looked at it and have all shied away.
Why would others shy away from it?
Water is affected by waves. That's about it. Land, so many more things. With all the different impact conditions you could have, roll, pitch, yaw, terrain, slope, condition of the terrain you're landing in. But we've gone through and done a lot of development tests and design work to go through and overcome those challenges and make it a viable system. We have immediate access to the vehicle. Crew and cargo recovered, removed within an hour of landing, and to an airport within 2 for transport right back to the scientists and the people that care about that data.
You know, it's funny because every time I bring someone into the factory and I'm showing the pictures of our landing system, you know, I get a couple like winces, like, ooh, like that, as if it's harder of an impact than, say, landing on water.
If you hit water hard enough, it feels just like concrete. Not really, but there is a lot of similarity at high velocity impacts. We go through and reduce our velocities to a very low value, and the airbags we have, 54-inch diameter airbags, that's that soft, gentle impact that you get on, it doesn't matter what you're hitting, whether it's water or land, it attenuates the same way. The way the restraints and the support systems work and the attenuation systems work, the probability of crew injury on landing is very, very low.
Does it make it easier for us to reuse the crew capsules?
Absolutely. When you land in, typically you would land in water in the ocean, in salt water. Salt water does not play nice with various components and electrical commodities and so forth, and it gets in places you didn't think it would ever get, and it becomes a challenge to go through and recertify that vehicle for flight. It can be done, but that refurb cost, the turnaround cost, could become significant depending on how long you were in the water and what may have happened when you hit.
Are there any innovations with parachute technology? You know, the airbags that we're using, describe some of that a little bit and some of the hard work, the design elements that you guys have put into play.
I really want to go down the path of it. It's simple, right? They're parachutes. But there is a lot of complexity in figuring out how those canopies develop load to make sure that those parachutes actually function with margin for landing, because the last thing you want is to go through and just use a parachute that has always worked in the past, but may not work in the extreme environments that you could get during the descent and landing. We've done full system nominal conditions. We've gone through and tested faults, you know, single drogue, 2 mains out of 3, you know, failed main conditions. And that's really what this test campaign is pushing on, is don't just pay attention to nominal, but look at your fault scenarios as well and show that your system works there.
Let me walk you through a scenario. We've had a successful launch, ascent. We're now getting ready to undock and come home. It's the day you've been waiting for. Walk me through it. Where are you going to be? What are you going to be listening to?
So I'll be out in the field, wherever our primary landing site is, and I'll be watching through entry, primarily looking at the entry trajectory, the winds, to know what we're going to be getting into when we land. As we get into the end of the entry descent phase, looking for those keys, right? We're coming up on 30,000 feet. I'm looking for the forward heachal jettison. I've got 2 good drogues. I'm now stable under drogues. They've disreefed. I've got terminal descent coming up, and now I'm just waiting for 8,000 feet. 8,000 feet comes to play. I'm watching imagery. I've got 3 good pilots. I've got 3 good mains. Have I got the airbags? Yep, airbags are good. And now I've got just a lot of happy.
Well, let's hope that day comes for you.
It will.
Thanks so much.
Highly confident. You bet.